Chris, what is our first main topic today?
Our first one comes from Jeff Bingham. I know you're not a fan of the Karate Kid spin-off series Cobra Kai, John, but there's no denying the passionate fan base for it. And now it appears Sony is trying to capitalize off of its popularity by putting out a new Karate Kid movie set for June 7th, 2024. However, Cobra Kai showrunner John Hurwitz revealed that they will not be involved with the film, which suggests it will not exist within the same continuity as the series and original films. Will Cobra Kai's popularity translate into interest for a new film, or do you think fans won't be as excited for a movie that exists outside of the series continuity?
All right, Jeff, thanks a lot for sending that in. And yeah, you're right. I am not a fan of Cobra Kai, and I am squarely in the minority on that. I completely understand, and that's perfectly fine. It's just, I watched a bunch of episodes of it. I've tried. My wife at least once a season gets me to watch one or so with her, and it just does not click for me, doesn't work for me. That doesn't mean it shouldn't work for everybody else. And it does have a hell of a lot of fans. A lot of people love this show, including my wife. My wife went through all of the new season in like 3 days. Like the whole season in like 3 days. People love this show. So it's not a big surprise that Sony is looking to maybe take advantage of that resurgence of popularity by bringing Karate Kid back to the big screen again. This comes to us from the folks over at Variety who wrote the following. Sony Pictures has announced the return of the original Karate Kid franchise to the big screen by dating a new Karate Kid movie for June 7th, 2024. While the franchise has lived on thanks to Netflix's Cobra Kai series, which just debuted its 5th season on the streaming platform, this new Karate Kid project will be the franchise's first film offering since a 2010 reboot starring Jaden Smith. The 2024 Karate Kid movie does not yet have a synopsis for the studio or a cast and crew attached. And once again, like the showrunner of Cobra Kai pointed out, it will be a movie that is in no way attached to the Cobra Kai series. Okay. Let me start by saying this. That 2010 Jaden Smith, Jackie Chan version, I really liked it. I don't care. I don't care what anybody else thinks about it. I don't care what anybody else. Good. That was actually a pretty damn good little movie. It wasn't a top 10 movie of the year or anything, but it was really quite good in and of itself. And I thought a very interesting reimagining of the original Karate Kid. I liked it. I liked it quite a bit. Thank you. That being said, should this Karate Kid be the sequel now to that one? No, probably not. That time has come and gone. It's probably going to be yet another reboot and relook at Karate Kid. And is now the time to do that when just in 2010 you did it again already? And while I understand wanting to ride the wave of popularity and, IP recognizability with Cobra Kai being as hot as it is, I get that. I do. But is there wisdom in trying to do something that is not Cobra Kai right now when that's kind of what everybody is focused on? Maybe yes, maybe no. I mean, you could make an argument. It's the same thing with the Batman. Matt Reeves is the Batman. You've got the DC universe. You're going to make something that's not Ben Affleck's Batman? Really? You're going to do that? Okay, I get that too. So I don't know how I feel about this. You know me, I am all for remakes, because if a remake is good, you got a new good movie. And if it's bad, who cares? We still have the original. But this one right now kind of feels ill-advised. I may change my mind about that once we do hear what the concept for this film is, because clearly they've got a release date. They already know what their movie is. And maybe once we hear the concept, and maybe it's a totally fresh take on the idea, and maybe then we'll go, aha, okay, let's see where this goes. But I'm not going to lie, Rob, right now I kind of look at this and feel like it wasn't all that long ago that you rebooted this. You've got something very hot with the franchise right now. Why do this now? I don't know. You hear about the story. What stands out to you?
Well, I'm with you. I mean, I think it's kind of ill-advised. I don't really understand it. I mean, their franchise, their Cobra Kai franchise, is proving its viability right now. On the small screen, they're getting a 6th season. I mean, that's a big deal. Now, like you said, already by announcing this, the fact that we're even having this conversation shows there's confusion in the marketplace.
Yeah,
people are like, what is this? I would imagine it's going to be a reboot again, but why do it now? Like, why would you have competing franchises? Or, I mean, we live in a strange time because with the success of Top Gun Maverick, with Beverly Hills Cop, with Ghostbusters, all of these mid-'80s franchises, and Cobra Kai being another part of this revival, 35 plus years later, they're having pretty good success. I mean, Ghostbusters Afterlife, that was a direct sequel to the first or second Ghostbusters. That was from '84. Top Gun Maverick, '86. Karate Kid was when? 84 as well, 85, something around there. I mean, it's really, and Constantine was a character that was created in 1985. It's very interesting that we're seeing this revival. How long are they going to last? How long can they keep it going? I don't know. But look, I would say this. Great story, great characters. It could work.
Chris, you're hearing about this. Let me throw the same question to you, but let me add another little spin on it.
Okay.
Could this possibly suggest, what did they say, a 2024 release date? Could this possibly suggest that maybe Sony knows that maybe Cobra Kai season 6 might be the final one, and then they're going to try to ride that momentum into a new? I mean, I don't know. I'm just making that up, by the way. Totally just making that up. What do you think about this?
I mean, it could, because how unheard of is it for a Netflix show to have a 6th season?
Unheard of.
I mean, which does speak to the quality of the show and how much people are vibing with it too. I'm like you, I haven't watched any Cobra Kai really. I've only seen a friend that my friend is in. So shout out Brian Frank, good job. But obviously people enjoy this. I really like the original Karate Kid films. I even like the one with Hilary Swank and They Gotta Be in the end credits. I love that. I don't know why you would do a reboot though with this on air or this streaming right now. That does seem like brand confusion. I love what the chat's saying of doing a young Miyagi film, letting us know how Miyagi came to be who he is. I think that could be interesting, because I think one of the things we love about Cobra Kai, or at least the fans of it do, is that you have, Johnny in there, you have Daniel in there, and you get to continue their story, which is what we're doing with those other franchises that you brought up, Rob. Mm-hmm. I think people want a continuation and they want to live in that nostalgia still, not necessarily redoing it, but just continuing a story. So this feels a little odd to me.
One thing that makes it unique, because you raise a great question about, it's very unusual for a Netflix series to have this kind of life. Mm-hmm. I would propose that the big differentiating factor here is the fact that you can make a season of Netflix for approximately $38. I mean, this is a low budget.
It's a low budget show. There's
when
no
you
special
compare
effects.
it to something like Stranger Things or Sandman or stuff like that, this is a very low budget show in comparison, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, that contributes to its longevity, because Netflix is like, well, why not keep it going? It's not really costing us anything. Yeah. But it does make me wonder more and more, because the big question that you guys bring up, and this is the one that really makes it a head scratcher, is why would you have competing Karate Kid IPs at the same time? That's the one that makes me think that maybe they know there is an end date for Cobra Kai. That maybe they know Cobra Kai is going to get its season 6, and then that's going to be it, and then they can move on with something. I don't know.
Sorry.
Oh, no, go ahead.
I was going to say, then wouldn't you want to take a community approach, though, right? Like 6 seasons in a movie. Like, do a Cobra Kai movie then.
But what really are the prospects of like a TV show then coming out with a movie? I mean, we had X-Files, but that was an irregular thing that happened. It's not usually a recipe for success.
I gotta say, John, even though Cobra Kai season 5, all the Cobra Kai series, it started out as a YouTube show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I have to say that one of the most emotionally satisfying moments of the year is in season 5.
Well, careful not to spoil anything.
I won't say anything,
okay.
But when it involves Ralph Macchio's character, and it involves a certain conflict, and it's not even a big budget resolution. It wasn't. But it's so satisfying, and it's all about character and story. And even when I finally caught up, I was like, "Fuck you!" I was like, "Yes!" And it cost not a lot of money, and when it happened, it was quick. It could have gone on a lot longer. Like, it's not the.
So I was gonna say, it sounds like somebody's sex life.
Well, it was.
Could have gone.
It was very monumental. I think anybody who's watched Cobra Kai season 5 will be like, "Yep." And it didn't cost. It was because we're emotionally involved in the story, and it shows the power of storytelling. You don't need a lot of money. What you need is great characters and a great story.
All right, guys. Question is for you. What do you guys think about this? Sony's saying they've got a new Karate Kid movie coming. Now, again, it's hard to know how we feel about it when we don't know what is their approach going to be for it. But could it be running at the same time that Cobra Kai is? Maybe this is a sign that Cobra Kai does have its end date, because, again, for a Netflix show, this thing is already long gone past the regular shelf life. What do you guys think? Whatever your thoughts are, jump down to the comment section below and leave those thoughts there. we want to take a moment and thank the sponsor of this video, MeUndies. Now guys, we've all heard of gut instinct, but have you ever heard of butt instinct? It's when your butt tells you it wants new undies. Listen to your butt. Luckily for you, we work with MeUndies, makers of the most buttery soft and sustainable undies, bralettes, and socks that exist. Guys, for too long, I lived my life wearing those Amazon or Walmart 20-pack cheap underwear that I thought were just fine until I tried MeUndies. Now it's like my nether regions are in a Palm Springs resort. So guys, let your skin sing a song of joy with undies, socks, and bralettes that feel as if they're spun from silken clouds. Guaranteed to be the softest stuff you've ever felt in your life, their signature micromodal fabric is sustainable, breathable, and stretchy as heck. Available in sizes extra small to 4XL, they have new colors and prints dropping weekly, so there's always something exciting to check out. Try out their free-to-join membership for free shipping on every order and exclusive perks, like an item shipped to your door every month, secret sales, and early access to their newest stuff. MeUndies has a great offer for all John Campea Show viewers and listeners. For any first-time purchaser, you get 20% off, plus free shipping and returns. To get 20% off your first order, free shipping, and 100% satisfaction guarantee, go to MeUndies.com/Campea. That's MeUndies.com/Campea.